Alright, we're rolling, we've got sound. Okay, let's go. So, I've done a few vids now about this bike, basically singing its praises. And what I want to do in this video is just dedicate it to the things that get right on my... Right, so number one on the list of things that get right on my bristles is the complete lack of hidden storage. And by hidden storage, I don't mean, you know, this little cubby hole up here, which is handy, don't get me wrong. And I don't mean hidden storage as in, you know, this bag under here, because believe me, and I'm talking from experience, if there's something to steal from your bike in London, they will steal it. Trust me, I know, I'm talking from experience on this one. So I'm talking about under seat storage. Now on the old Explorer that I had, underneath the rear seat I could fit a puncture repair kit which included the air compressor, a full factory toolkit plus extras, and another little Maxpedition pouch which I could fit under the seat for any other bits and bobs, with room to spare. Let me show you what's under this seat. Oh come on, you utter lemon meringue. Well, it turns out I can't show you because I can't get the bloody thing off. So there we have it. That is the under-seat storage on a GS. We are talking a spanner, a switchable screwdriver, and another spanner. Now, whether this is the original toolkit that came with the bike, I'm not too sure. But I think you'd agree that is pretty pitiful. It's either really pitiful or BMW have such faith in their products that they feel they don't need to supply you a toolkit on the bike. So, you know, either or either, that's what you're getting. And under the seat itself is pretty much the same storage, pretty much no room at all to put anything in there, because that takes up most of the space. Alright, so issue number two, this screen. First of all, it's really good at keeping the wind and the rain off you. Really good. But now I watched a video by Terry Cox the other day. He's recently bought himself a 1200GS and he mentioned this in his video, and I was like, of course, it's rubbish. And what he's saying is, if you want to adjust your screen at speed, you cannot do it because the wind pressure on the screen is such that it stops the mechanism from working. And we're only talking about speeds above, I don't know, 30 miles an hour, 40 miles an hour. So when you need to adjust the screen when you're going fast, you can't do it. You can't do it. So you basically have to, so you pretty much have to do it before you're going to go on a high speed run, and you raise it before you get up to speed. Look, I can show you here actually. Look, if I just put a tiny bit of pressure just on the top of the screen there, okay? Just so it's moved just by that much, and then try and turn it, it just locks up. It won't let you do it. So the only time you can adjust the screen is when you don't need to adjust the screen, when you're going at low speed. It's crazy. It's a crazy mechanism. Alright, so issue number tres is the ease in which the back of this bike gets filthy. And that's with this little hugger thing on the back. The front is not as bad, it's definitely not as bad, but the back, all up on the frame, you get it on your clothes, you get it spray all on your jacket, the exhaust gets caked in dirt, the shock gets caked in dirt, and this is actually when it's, I haven't used it for a couple of days, and this is actually quite good. Sometimes it just gets really just caked. So, I mean, you could fix it with a rear hugger thing and get a shock sock for your shock, which I might still do. I'm not going to fit a hugger on it because I'm not too keen on the look on this bike anyway. So yeah, so prepare to get your fairy liquid out quite a lot if you want to keep it looking spick and span. Alright, and I know you've heard me talk about this before, but these straight up tyre valves just get right on my wick. You have to kind of navigate a maze of spokes to get to these things, and it's doable with a sort of standard forecourt tyre pump, but it is a pain in the backside. It really is. And pretty much the only way around it is by bringing on the bike all the time one of these 90-degree adapters that you attach to the valve, and it just makes life a little bit easier, but it's still a pain in the backside. So there you go. Alright, so despite those 4 things I just mentioned, actually, one of which you could actually fix quite easily, you could fit the 90-degree valves on this bike, although you have to get the tyre pressure sensors as well, and we're talking I think about 250 quid per sensor, so that's £500 out your pocket right there to fix that problem. But despite that, despite those 4 issues, for what I need a motorcycle to do, which is commute in and out of London every day, sticking a load of gear on the back, going camping for a couple of days, this is far and away the most capable motorcycle I have ever owned. It is superb and I love it. And I'm sorry I said bad things about you. Right, let's put you back down. Jesus. Oh, oh. Shut up. Oh God. I'm sorry, Gertrude.
There is no place I'd rather be than right here next to you. And I truly love to talk about your lovers, old and new. You never spare me details as you confide in